वासवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा गदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Let's begin with a bhajan. There's a very famous bhajan. Okay, Radha Krishna Prana Mora, very famous. I think all of you know. So anybody who knows can sing along. Radha Krishna Prana Mora, Jugala Kishora. Radha Krishna Prana Mora, Jugala Kishora. जीवने मरणे गति यारो नाही मोरा। जीवने मरणे गति यारो नाही मोरा। राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा, जुगल किशोरा। कालिंदी रखूले किली कादंबे रवाना। कालिंदी रखूले किली कादंबे रवाना। रतना बेडीरा उपरा बोसबो दुजाना। रतना बेडीरा उपरा बोसबो दुजाना। राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा, जुगल किशोरा। राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा, जुगल किशोरा। श्याम गौरी अंगे दीपो चंदनीर गंधा। श्याम गौरी अंगे दीपो चंदनीर गंधा। तामरादुलाबो खबे मुख चंद्रा। तामरादुलाबो खबे मुख चंद्रा। राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा, जुगल किशोरा। राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा, जुगल किशोरा। गतिया मलतेर्माला दीबो दोहरा गले। गतिया मलतेर्माला दीबो मोहरा गले। अधरे तुलिया दीबो कर्पूरतमोले। अधरे तुलिया दीबो कर्पूरतमोले। राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा, जुगल किशोरा। ललिता विशाखादि जत सखी वृंदा। ललिता विशाखादि जत सखी वृंदा आज्ञया कोरिबो सेवा चरणारविंदा आज्ञया कोरिबो सेवा चरणारविंदा राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल किशोरा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दासरानुदासा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दासरानुदासा सेवाभिलाषा कोरे नरोत्तम दासा सेवा अभिलाषा कोरे नरोत्तम दासा राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल किशोरा राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोरा जुगल किशोरा जीवने मरणे गति यारु नाही मोरा जीवने मरणे गति यारु नाही मोरा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे Hare Krishna. Let's see the translation. The divine couple, Sri Sri Radha and Krishna, is my life and soul. In life or death, I have no other refugee but them. In a forest of small kadamba trees on the banks of the Yamuna, I will seat the divine couple on a throne made of brilliant jewels. I will anoint their dark and fair forms with sandalwood paste scented with chuya, and I will fan them with a chamara whisk. Oh, when will I behold their moon-like faces? After stringing together garlands of malati flowers, I will place them around their necks, and I will offer tambula scented with camphor to their lotus mouths. With the permission of all the Sakhis, headed by Lalita and Vishaka, I will serve the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. Narottama Dasa, the servant of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, longs for this service to the divine couple. So this is a song written in Vipralamba Bhav. Now we are all separated from Radha Krishna, right? In separation, see, distance always, brings people together. Distance brings people closer. Distance doesn't separate people. So this is one thing we all have to understand. Now that we are in separation from Krishna, we start missing him. So as we advance in our spiritual life, as we advance in our devotion, we can sense this, Vipralamba bhav, the viraha shringar, we say, the bhav where we are missing Krishna, we are missing Radha, we are missing the service we can offer to them, right? So this song, Narottama Dasa, he's a greatest, he is the greatest acharya in Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, and he is longing to serve Radha and Krishna in Vipralamba Bhav, because we are all here right now and Radha Krishna is in Goloka, right? And this song, through he explains through this song how he wants to serve Radha Krishna. And yeah, so as we advance, we will understand slowly what Vipralamba Bhav is. We are not even qualified to talk about it at this point. And yeah, Hare Krishna. So let's begin. So what did we learn in Parashuram Avatar? Who is Parashuram? How did he get the name Parashurama? Anybody knows? You can raise your hand quickly. One word answers. How did he get the name Parashurama? You can put your answers in the chat. Yes, I'm receiving answers in the chat. What is the weapon called? What is the weapon called? Parashu, right? Yeah, axe. Haribol. So that's the reason he got his name Parashu. I mean, his name is actually Rama, but then because the axe is called Parashu, he got the name Parashurama. Okay. And who is his father? And who is his mother? Jamadagni is his father. And who is his mother? Yes, Renuka. Yes, and who gave him Parashu? Who gave him the Parashu? Yes, yes, Lord Shiva. Very good. And who was the demon he killed? Which was the predominant, who was the predominant demon Parashurama killed? He used the Parashu weapon first to kill this particular demon. Nobody knows? It's a very long name though. Kartavirya Arjuna, right? Yes. Okay, and how many times did Parashurama kill all the bad Kshatriyas? 21 times. Haribol. Yes. And yeah, Parashurama is still alive, right? Yeah. Okay. All of you are paying attention. Good. Now let's begin with Rama Avatar. Okay. So we have a special, presentation for Rama Avatar. Ramayana is something which we already know, right? In brief, we all know what the story is. And if we have to learn Ramayana in detail, we need at least a year or year and a half, right, to learn Ramayana in detail, definitely, because it's too huge, it's too long, so many details, so many characters, so many lessons to take from it, right? So if we can definitely not learn Ramayana in detail in like 2-3 classes for sure. And in brief, all of us know, right? All of us know. Can you all tell me who is Rama's father? You can put your answers in the chat. Yes, I'm receiving the answers in the chat. Yeah, Dasharatha. Who is Rama's mother? Kaushalya. Why? Can anybody raise your hand and just brief about it? How did Rama got married to Sita? What was the task he was given? What was the task he was given? Yeah. What is the bow called? What bow was it? It was called Shivadanas, right? Yes, Haribol. Who is this? Sakshi, sorry, Shashimat Prabhuji, yeah. So it is Shivadanas, and the task was to lift the Shivadanas. But Ram even broke it. Okay, he was so powerful. And who is Lord Ram's guru? Who is Ram's guru? Who is the teacher? No, not Vishwamitra. No, it's Vashishta. Okay, and Vashishta is his guru. And why did Ram go to the forest? Why? Huh. Okay. Yeah, so Ram went to forest because Dasharatha asked him to go, right? Father's order, he had to follow it. That's why he went. And why did Dasharatha gave pass such an order? Why? Who was behind it? Two people were behind it, right? Yeah. Sorry, who is this? Sorry, Shakuni doesn't come in Ramayana. He comes in Mahabharata, okay? Yeah, it was Kaikeyi and the servant called Manthare. Okay, so Manthara and Kaikeyi together planned, because if Ram stays in Ayodhya, then Kaikeyi's son will not get the throne. Okay, so that's why they wanted to send Ram away so that her Kaikeyi's son can become the next king. Okay, but unfortunately, what happened? Bharata, Bharata is Kaikeyi's son, right? He did not accept the throne. He wanted Ram himself to come back and accept the throne, right? They all waited. Yeah, so along with Ram, who all went to the forest? Who all went to the forest? It's there right in the picture. You can see. Yes, Lakshmana and Sita also went along with them. Yes. Okay. And what happened after they go to the forest? What happened? What happened to Sita? Who comes and yeah? Who comes and Huh, it's Ravana. Ravana comes and kidnaps Sita Mata, right? And takes her to Lanka and keeps her there. And then what happens? With whose help does Ram reach Lanka and, you know, yeah, yeah, Haribol, Hanuman, right? The greatest devotee. Hanuman is going to become the next Brahma. That's why he's called Abhinava Brahma. Okay, right now we have Virinchi as our Brahma. In the next millennium, after Brahma's lifespan gets over, next Brahma is going to be Hanuman, because of his, the surrenderance Hanuman has, the Dasya Bhav. He's one of the greatest devotees, right? And that's why he is going to become the next Brahma to serve the Lord. Okay, so that great he is, and with Hanuman's help, Ram and Lakshman and all the Sainya, the Kapi Sainya reach Lanka, right? And then they kill Ravan, and finally they rescue Sita Mata and bring her back, right? After they come back to Ayodhya, what happens? What happens? Anybody knows? A major incident happens after they come back to Ayodhya. What happens? Yeah, that is one thing. Agni Pariksha and all that. Yeah, they test Sita Mata. Okay, it's not actually to test Sita Mata. It was to prove to the world the purity of Sita Mata. Definitely yes. And then what happens? Sita Mata is sent to the forest. Yes. And by the way, how many and then she gives birth. How many children does Ram have? Two, yeah, Lava Kusha, correct. And who protects her when she is in the forest alone? He is again a great devotee. Who protects her? Takes care of her? Valmiki, yes. Who is this? Priya Mataji, very good. Valmiki. And then finally, Valmiki writes, composes Ramayana, right? And then Valmiki's guru is who? Any idea? We discussed, right, in the previous class? Or we didn't? Yeah, Narada Muni, Haribol. So what was Valmiki before he met Narada? Who was he? What was his name? What was his occupation? He was a thief? Yeah, he was Ratnakar. Haribol. He was a thief. He was a hunter. He was, murderer also. Okay. Yes. And then Narada Muni asked him to chant something, right? So that he becomes sinless. What is it? Mara, yeah. So Narada Muni initially asks him to chant Rama, but then so sinful Ratnakar was, he couldn't, pronounce the name Rama. So then Narada Muni was like, okay, say the, the reverse order of it. So he started explaining, say Mara, Mara, Mara. So when you continuously say Mara, 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 what happens? Rama, 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 it becomes, right? So that's how he meditated upon Ram. Okay, he was so sinful, he couldn't even utter the Lord's name. Even to utter the holy name of the Lord, we need to have some sukriti, we need to have some qualification. We are all able to say at least Rama and Krishna, right? So you can imagine, we are all, to some extent, we have that sukritina, and we have to utilize that punya that we have to advance, not to degrade ourselves. Okay, this is one lesson we have to take back. Very, very important. Yes, Haribol, that was Ramayan. 2 minutes Ramayan. Okay. If you have to get into detail, like I already told, it takes a lot of time. It takes at least 2 years. I mean, almost. Okay. So today we will be learning about the lessons we have to take back from Ramayana. Okay, so Lord Rama is the supreme personality of Godhead, right? He's Vishnu, and he came to bless us, to show the world how a person has to behave, right? Maryada Purushottama Rama is correct. Maryada Purushottama, he gives us the values, the life values every person needs in this, especially in this Kali Yuga, to live, right? And when does Ramayana happen? Anybody knows? Which yuga does Ramayana happen? Which yuga is it called? No, we are now at deviating. I mean, we've crossed Satya Yuga, Narasimha Avatar, Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, and all happened. Varaha Avatar and all. Okay. Later on, in Treta Yuga, Parashurama Avatar and Rama Avatar happens. Yes. Okay. And then next Dwapar Yuga, it is Mahabharat. Krishna comes, Balram comes. Okay. Yeah. So now Treta Yuga, the meaning of the word Treta means third, right? Now, but the order we are going, we always say Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga, right? Now, why is this? Treta Yuga is third, right? It should come after Dwapar Yuga. Dwapara means two, Dwapa means two, and Treta means three. But the order is Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and then Kali Yuga. Why is this? Anybody knows? This is Ram's magic. Anybody knows why? Why? Why he switched the yugas? In fact, Dwapar Yuga had to come after Satya Yuga. Krishna had to descend himself. But then he changed. Last minute, he changed the plan and he put Treta Yuga in place of Dwapar Yuga, and then he came in the form of Ram. Why? Why did he change last minute? Anybody knows? Nobody knows? It's very interesting. So there is somebody called Ahalya, right? Wife of Gautama. Gautama is again a rishi. Okay. Ahalya is a great devotee of Ram. Okay. She's a great devotee of the Lord. And then once what happened, Indra, Ahalya was very beautiful. Okay. And Indra, the Devaraj Indra, disguised himself as Gautama. Okay. As her husband. He came in disguise. And then, she thought Indra was her husband only because he came in disguise, right? And they united. Okay, so this was a sin, right? Sin committed by Ahalya's side as well. So Gautama got to know, and he got very angry. All the rishis get very angry very easily, right? And Gautama, what he did, he cursed her. He cursed his own wife. And who is Ahalya? Greatest devotee of the Lord. So what was the curse? He made her a stone. Okay, he made her a stone. So she had to just stay in one place as stone. Okay, lifeless. But she is a devotee, right? The power of devotion you cannot even imagine. Due to the power of Ahalya's devotion and the relief for the every curse need to be given a relieving way also, method also by the person who curses. Okay, so Gautama said, when Lord Ram comes and touches you, then the stone will again turn into Ahalya. That is the relieving method. Okay. So now what is the power of devotion, power of Ahalya's devotion is so much that Krishna was like, Ahalya is a greatest devotee. She is my very dearest devotee. I cannot leave her, as a stone for a long time. If I have to go in now in Dwapar Yuga and that should get over, and then Treta Yuga should come, and then I should go as Ram, and then go and relieve her. That takes a lot of time. I cannot see my devotee waiting so long like that in the stone form. Okay, so that's why what he did, he interchanged the yugas itself. He was like, okay, let Treta Yuga come first, let Ram go and relieve Ahalya, and then let her come back to her form, and then in Dwapar Yuga I will go. Okay, so so that's the reason he interchanged. That is the power of devotion. That is the this is an that's why we say Krishna is an icon of mercy. Okay, he's very very merciful. That's why we say he is Bhakta Vatsala. He can be purchased. Whatever his devotee wants, he will give. Okay, even if a devotee doesn't ask for it, he knows what his devotees want. He knows what makes his devotees happy, and he will do that. We don't even have to ask anything, right? We saw this, we learned this major lesson in Bali's story, right? Bali Maharaj's story. And so that's the reason Treta Yuga comes first, and then Dwapar Yuga comes. Okay, so let's chant this snippet from Dashavatara Stotra. वितरसि धिक्षुरनेधिक्पतिकमनीयम् दशमुखमौलिबलिं रमणीयम् केशवधृता रामशरीरा केशवधृता रामशरीरा जय जगदीश जय जगदीश हरे. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Ramachandra, all glories to you. In the battle of Lanka, you destroy the 10-headed demon Ravana and distribute his head as a delightful offering to the presiding deities of the 10 directions, headed by Indra. This action was long desired by all of them who were much harassed by this monster. Okay, Ravan is called the best of the Asuras. Okay, best of the Asuras, best of the demoniac personalities. Why? Because Ravan wanted to make a staircase. Okay, he wanted to build a staircase from earth. Where? To heaven. So people just can climb on those stairs and then go to heaven. They don't have to do punya, they don't have to make sacrifices, austerities, penances, nothing. All they can do all sins and just take the stairs and go to the heaven directly. Okay, this is like he wanted to build a shortcut to heaven, which is wrong, right? We need to deserve when we need to deserve our desires, right? So which it was completely against all the shastras, it was completely against all the philosophies and tattvas. So that's why he wanted to do that. Okay, so Ravan, that's why he's considered the best of the asuras, the demoniac personalities, and he had to be stopped. And if he was not killed by Ram, he would have done more and more anarthas, more and more wrong things. Okay, so yeah, so like we are seeing in the picture, this is who is this you are seeing in the picture? Anybody knows who is it? Yes, Manthara and Kaikeyi, right? Yes, Haribol. Manthara and Kaikeyi, they are discussing. So what happens here is Manthara is a bad person. She's a bad person, right? Kaikeyi is getting associated with a bad person. What will happen? See, negative things spread faster. Positive things take time, right? So same way, when the moment she was associated with her, with the bad person, she got associated with a bad person like Manthara. She also started learning bad things, and she started, sowing poison, sowing poisonous seeds in the minds of Kaikeyi. Okay, and then she completely, finally, what happened? Because of the bitter, attitude that Kaikeyi developed, she wanted Ram completely out of the kingdom, and her son only. She wanted her son to become the next king. Okay, and this is the weed that all of us know. We are all trying to become proper Vaishnavas, right? We are all planning to become devotees of the Lord. So one thing that comes, in the way of our devotional journey, it's called weed. Like when you grow plants at home, there are all unwanted plants that grow around it, right? They're all called weeds, no? We then spray pesticides, weedicides and all, and then kill all those. We need to uproot all those unwanted plants. Otherwise, the actual plant we want to grow will not grow properly. Correct? Same way, we also have bija. The devotion is in bija state in our heart, right? We are also trying to grow and reach the Lord, right? If our bija of devotion should grow, these weeds should go. Bad association is again a weed, which we have to be very, very cautious about. Okay. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, you know what is the definition of Vaishnava? What is the definition of Vaishnava? It's not just wearing tilak, not just chanting, not just going to temple. No. Actual, the asli definition of Vaishnava is one who does not associate with non-Vaishnavas. Okay, we should not associate with Avaishnava. Avaishnava is like we are taking slow poison to ourselves. By associating with Avaishnavas, we're actually taking slow poison for ourselves. Okay, we are actually giving slow poison to the seed of devotion that we have in our heart. Even before it germinates, we are trying to kill by doing Avaishnava Sangha. Okay, because their influence upon us, because we are not strong devotees. Okay, they can influence us easily, and if we get influenced, it's going to affect us negatively, right? So that's why we should always be careful and associate with Vaishnavas. Okay, that is the reason we have these classes. Morning program, Mangalarati, 4:30 in the morning we have Mangalarati, where we can join on Zoom, attend Mangalarati, associate with devotees. After that, 5 to 7 o'clock we have Japa session as well. Okay, on Zoom itself, you can just keep your video on, or if you want, you can keep your video off, right? And chant with all of them, right? We have like 200, 300 people join Zoom sessions in the morning. We are associating with 200 people, 200 Vaishnavas. What more do we need, right? Whether it is online or offline, we are associating, right? And then what do we have? We have Bhagavatam class at 8 o'clock. I mean, from 7 o'clock we have Darshanarti. We get to see beautiful deities of Krishna and Radha, right? And then after Darshanarti we have Bhagavatam class. So after that we can go to our work, office and all that. Come back, we have again evening program, and then we have evening Chaitanya Charitamrita classes. We have evening Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam classes, right? Join, associate with devotees. This is the way we can associate more and more with Vaishnavas, so that even when we associate with non-Vaishnavas in office or anywhere else, that effect will be less. Okay, and sadhu sanga sarva shastra hoy, lava matra sadhu sanga sarva siddhi hoy, right? You get lava matra in fraction of seconds. If you associate with pure devotees, what happens? You get sarva siddhi. Sarva siddhi, the best of the siddhis is to get Krishna. We get Krishna, right? So even fraction of a second, if you associate with pure devotees, so read Bhagavad Gita purport, Bhagavatam purport. Even one sentence of Prabhupada's purport, if you read, you're associating with Prabhupada directly through his books, through his words, right? He's a pure devotee. Fraction of a second is enough. Every day, if you associate, what happens? Every day, half an hour if you sit and read Bhagavatam, half an hour Bhagavad Gita, 1 hour if you can spare, or 30 minutes if you can spare, what happens? We get Sarva Siddhi, we get Krishna. Okay? So again, if you have to spend time with Vaishnavas, Avaishnavas, okay, non-devotees in office or school or anywhere outside, don't eat anything they give you, okay, because if it's cooked by a non-Vaishnava, they don't cook it in Krishna consciousness. And food has a very immediate effect on our mindset. That's why doctors say eat good food, good life, right? So don't eat anything, rather you give them, because if you give, it's going to be Krishna prasadam, right? And then don't hear from them more and more and more, because they might be talking about topics apart which are against or which are not Krishna conscious, right? Rather you talk, okay, and they let them listen to you. So you need to give association, not take association. Okay, you gift them, you can gift them chocolates which are offered to Krishna. If you go to ISKCON temple, every ISKCON temple sells prasadam, right? It could be chocolates, it could be cakes, it could be anything. So gift them. Okay, don't receive gifts from them. As in, if it's not relating to if it's going to hurt your spiritual journey, then if you receive it, gift it off to somebody else. Okay, so don't keep them with you. So these are the ways we can control, we can monitor our association. Okay, and then yeah, so now they are going to forest, right? This is the second lesson we got to learn. Attachment to the service, not to the position. Not to the position. Okay. What is our position? We are servants, servitors of the Lord. Okay. Ram was a the greatest supreme personality of Godhead he is. And even in Ayodhya, he was the first son of Dasharatha, right? That means he was the elder son. Definitely he is going to become the king, next king. Okay. That kingly position he was in, and what happened? He just had to agree. He agreed to what Dasharatha told. Without even slippers, he walked out. Forget about clothes and belongings and everything. He without even slippers, he walked out, right? And what happened? Sita is, who is Sita again? Lakshmi Devi. Okay, she is again eternal associate. She is a consort, eternal consort of Sri Vishnu, right? And she also walked out back of Ram, right? And Lakshman, Anantashesh, right? He is Balram's form again. So he also walked out. So don't get attached to the position. We may be CEO of a company, prime minister of a country. Okay. When it comes to service, get attached to the service, the work that we are doing. Karmanyavadikaraste ma palishu kadachana, Krishna says, right? Concentrate on the work. Okay. Put in your effort. Then only we have some, uh, authority or right to devote our fruits or the results we get to Krishna. If you don't put in effort, what will you devote to Krishna? What result will you get? Right? Nothing. So always be attached to the service. If we are supposed to do something, if it is your responsibility, you have to do it. Like Ram, it was his responsibility to listen to his father. Whatever his order was, he had to follow it, and he did it. Right? So don't show proprietorship on anything. Nothing is ours, right? Ram proved it. The entire kingdom belonged to Ram, but then he never took anything from the kingdom. He just walked out. He never even demanded, I'm the elder son, I want kingdom. Don't claim proprietorship, right? Because everything, we all know it's all Krishna's. Ham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate, Krishna says. Everything is emanating from me, Krishna says. Right? So we are not the owner of anything. We are just using it. All this Krishna has given so that we can use it. After we die, we are all leaving behind all this and going, right? Nothing we are taking to the graveyard. Nothing, literally. Right? Yeah, so that's how it is. And Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Correct? So Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Right? Krishna is maintaining it, everything. Shatakaram Bhujakashanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrusham. Vishwadharam. He is the maintainer of the entire, the world. Without him, nothing works. Even a blade of grass doesn't move without Krishna's order. Right? And what are we thinking? What are we proud of? I really don't understand. Okay, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Shunyamidam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahename. Without Govinda in our life, in our mind, in this world, everything is Shunya. It's all zero. Nothing works, nothing stands. Okay, right? And then next lesson we got to learn. So here Ram is killing some asuras, okay? Two people, Hana and Dushana. Okay. But now the lesson that we have to understand here is in Treta Yuga, it's like in Satya Yuga, demons and divine people, good people and bad people were in two different planetary systems. Okay, like Hiranyaksha was in Patala Loka, right? And good people were in earthly planets, right? And in Treta Yuga, they were in two different countries, like Sri Lanka and India, right? Ayodhya was in India, and in Dwapar Yuga, it was in two families. Correct. It was in the same family. Correct. Pandavas and Kauravas, they were cousin brothers. Correct. And but in Kali Yuga, both demons and evil and good exist in the same person. In our minds, it is all in our mind. We have good things also. We have bad things also. We have to fight with our own mind, right? What are the six main enemies? Who are the six main enemies of people in Kali Yuga? Anybody knows? We say Arishid Varga. What are the six main enemies? Hari bol, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are the six main enemies which are all in our mind itself. Right? It's all in our mind. So our mission needs to be, a mission has to be, life's mission should be being conscious of our thoughts. We have to monitor and check our thoughts every time. What am I thinking of? Is it good? Is it about Krishna or is it bad? Right? And then transform our thoughts. If you're thinking about something bad, immediately change. Start thinking about something good. Right? Nice thought, Prabhuji. We are all clay toys with brains embedded in us, and we are creating robots. So true. So true. Huh? Thinking we are everything, and we are only creating something. Okay, so that's how it is. This is a nice picture for whatever explanation we just had. Now, good and evil is in the same person in people of Kali Yuga. Okay, next. Yeah, so even extreme reversals, if taken in the proper spirit, will help us fulfill our mission in life. Right? So what are they doing over here? They are, taking blessings of Dasharatha and moving to the forest. Okay, this was an extreme reversal, right? Unexpected, totally unexpected. Nobody expected this to happen. And this is something which is not supposed to happen in anybody's life. This is very inauspicious. But it's again all in the mind. If you take it with proper spirit and consciousness, na, even inauspiciousness you can turn into auspiciousness, right? For example, during lockdown corona happened, right? And what happened, it was most of them looked at it as a, as a obstacle, as a, but I mean, so many people looked at it as a failure also, right? But if you are optimistic enough, people converted it into opportunity, right? So a lot of people started businesses, a lot of people launched online so many things, right? A lot of people started publishing their literary works. I mean, what not, they started exploring their inner self. And other set of people, most of them started getting into Krishna consciousness also. They had a lot of time, and anyway Bhagavad Gita classes are going on by ISKCON Mangaluru, and a lot of people started attending them as well. Okay, so it's all in how you see. Okay, it's not about what is happening, it's not always about the situation. Situation is not under our control, but your reaction to the situation is under your control, right? How you take it is always in your control. Again, alertness in spiritual life, wherever we are, whatever position we are in, okay, whatever body we are in, we are all souls, right? Whatever body we get into, we got to remain conscious of our position, we got to be alert of our spiritual life. Okay, see, like in this case, they were all in forest, right? If you see, but they are still conscious of their duties. Sita is still serving Ram. Who is this? Lakshmi Devi. What does Lakshmi Devi do? Serve the feet of the Vishnu, right? Vishnu lies down on Adishesha, and then Lakshmi Devi sits at his feet and then serves him. Correct? Pada Sevana she does. Same thing she's doing here. We got to be conscious. We got to be cautious. We got to be full of mind. We got to be mindful about our duties. Okay? Whatever we are, wherever we are, we should remember this always in our mind. Our duty is Jivera Swarupaha Krishnera Nitya Dasa. Our duty is to eternally serve the Lord. Whatever situation we are in, we got to serve the Lord. Okay? And Lakshman is protecting him. Right? So this is the way we got to live. So in this case, if we live our life like this, then I'm sure we will not have any sufferings in our life. Okay, because everything is Krishna Prasadam. Whether he gives loss in our business, profit in our business, everything is Krishna Prasadam, right? And we got to use it in Krishna Seva. So we got to understand that Krishna Seva is very, very important. And now, very important part. Most people call this controversial part as well, right? So saintly people sometimes, okay, saintly people might cause pain to others, not to hurt them, but to benefit them. So what is this relating to? Anybody knows? What is the situation here? You can put your answers in the chat. Yes, I received an answer. Now they are reaching Lanka. Sorry. Ayodhya back, and then Sita Devi is given Agni Pariksha. Okay, and after that, what happens? Sita is sent to the forest all alone, right? She'll be pregnant and she'll still be sent to the forest, right? It's not that Ram is harming her or doing something wrong. Ram is Maryada Purushottama. If we have to comment on Ram, we should have some eligibility. We should be qualified for that. If we point one finger towards somebody, rest fingers point towards us, right? Right? So we need to first, if we are seeing something not clear, then the dust is there on the lens of our eyes, not on that object we are seeing. We got to first clean ourselves, purify ourselves, and then comment about others. Okay, so he is Maryada Purushottama. How can he do something wrong? He is the supreme personality of Godhead. Okay, so he is called perfect. He is the perfectionist. Defects are there in living entities, not in Krishna. Okay, so he cannot do anything wrong. So why did he do that? Okay, so same thing. It's to, we already did a kirtan on Vipralamba Bhav. It was to arouse Vipralamba Bhav in Sita Mata's heart. Sita is an eternal consort of Vishnu. Okay, they both are never separated. They both cannot be separated. Just because Sita Mata goes to forest, it's not that Ram and Sita are separated. Okay, she is always doing Pada Sevanam to Vishnu. Okay, it is to teach us the lesson. We are supposed to be purified, not Sita Mata. Okay, we are supposed to be tested, not her. It is all for us. All Krishna Leelas, all Lord's Leelas are for us to understand and learn from it. Okay, so when Sita Mata goes to forest, leaving Ram, when they are in distance, okay, distance I already told brings people closer. Okay, so the Vipralamba Bhav became reached to an ecstatic level in Sita Mata. Okay, she started missing Ram. When you miss a person, you always think about that person. You always want to do more for that person. You always want to serve that person, right? And you become more or less completely dedicated, devoted to that person. Yes, the same thing happened with Sita Mata also. Okay, her devotion, her love for the Lord increased. Okay, and she could feel that, and Ram wanted to tell the entire world that relationship, no, the pure relationship can never be broken with distance. Okay, same thing is happening with us. We are all separated. We are all part and parcels of Krishna only. We are all part and parcels of Krishna, like how this hand is a part of my body, like how eyes are part of my body, right? If eyes are separated from my body, can the eyes stay? No. What is the use of eyes? No use, right? Or this hand, if hand is amputated from my body, it goes and falls somewhere. Can hand function? One function also this hand cannot do, right? What is the use of this hand? Nothing. No point only. But if it is attached to the body, then this hand is serving the body as a whole. This hand is not doing anything for itself, right? But if this hand serves the body, then this hand also gets nourishment. Like Prabhupada's one day I was hearing lecture. Okay, he told one example. Rasagulla, there is a rasagulla, okay, and you want to eat it. If and how do you eat it? With hand. If hand becomes selfish and says, why should I give it to the mouth? I will only keep it. And then you take the rasagulla and hold it in your hand for a long time, right? No nourishment, no enjoyment, nothing. What will the hand do? Can hand eat? No. Hand has to serve it to the body, right? Hand has to put it into the mouth so that entire body gets nourished. If entire body gets nourished, then only even hand will also get the nutrition available in that rasagulla. Yes or no? This is foolishness. What we are doing right now is foolishness. We want to enjoy without Krishna. We are not knowing we are attached to Krishna. We got to serve him. It's like taking rasagulla and holding it, saying, I'm not going to serve anybody. I will only enjoy rasagulla. Okay, and hand will not be able to enjoy at all. Rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate, right? So we got to serve the Lord, and this bhav has to arouse in us. How will that arouse? Only when we understand this relationship, that we are relatives, we are parts of Krishna. We will understand this more only in Vipralamba bhav. When we are separated, we stop taking things for granted. We were all with Krishna only in Goloka, where before coming to this world. we started taking Krishna for granted. We started saying we want to become the king. Why we should serve Krishna always? I want people to serve me also. Then Krishna was like, yeah, really? Fine, I will make arrangements for you such that you can go and enjoy. You can become a king. So he created, it's like a mother cooks, okay? A child goes and asks, Mummy, I want to cook. Then what will mother do? Buys a toy kitchen set and gives to the baby, right? Fine, you cook. And then the child plays with the toys, cooks and all that. But when the child is hungry, again, it has to run to the mother only. The child cannot eat whatever it cooked using toy kitchen set, right? It's not edible, right? Again, it has to go to the mother only and say, Mummy, I'm hungry. Mother only has to feed the child. Same thing is happening with us. We have all the arrangements. We are all enjoying right now. We are not getting real satisfaction, right? When we have to real satisfaction, we are not getting. That's why we are suffering. One moment there's happiness, next moment there's difficulty, right? And then why? Because we are all belonging to the spiritual world where there is no difficulty. There is only eternal happiness. We are trying to find that experience here, which is not possible. Okay, so that's why Krishna wants to remind us. That's why he said, okay, you go to the material world. I have created everything you want to enjoy. After you are done with your all enjoyment, after you remember Krishna, after you remember me, come back to me again. Now he also arranges for in situations where we get that missing feeling also. So many times we question, no, why should we suffer? Why should we suffer? It's because of our own karma. Don't want to suffer? Become a devotee of Krishna. Okay, this is the reason Sita Mata was sent to forest to teach us all this. Not to her, to us he had to teach. That's why Krishna left Vrindavan, right? Leaving Radha, Yashoda Mata, Nanda Baba, all the gopis, cows, everything he left and went. Why? In separation, love increases, doubles, manifolds. Okay, that is the reason Krishna left Vrindavan. Okay, same thing. Jagannath in Puri, Orissa. Jagannath is in the form of again Vipralamba Bhav. Okay, he's separated from Radha. You know what form Jagannath is in? He's full in ecstasy. Okay, he's thinking about Radha, but Radha is not there next to him. He's thinking about all Vrindavan people, but they are not there next to him. So he's missing them, and that is the form in Puri. That's why it is the most powerful form. Vipralamba Bhav is very, very powerful. It increases. It gives us realizations and understandings, inferences. Sorry. Okay, and that's why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Puri instead of going to Vrindavan. Okay, because in Vipralamba Bhav, love and devotion is high always. Okay, the effect is more. That is the reason he went to Puri instead of going to Vrindavan. Okay, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha herself. I mean, Radha Krishna together, right? He is Krishna, but he came in the mood and form of Radha. So he's Radha. I mean, he's in the form of Radha. He came to the world, and Jagannath is also being separated from Radha. That is the form in Puri. And he being Radha, he had to go to Jagannath and not Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, Radha Krishna are together. Okay, Vipralamba Bhav is in Puri. Okay, that's why he went to meet Jagannath instead of Vrindavan. Okay, and yeah, at any situation, whatever happens, our only goal is to serve the Lord, please the Lord. We already discussed this. We need to go to any extent because that's how our life gets a purpose. Okay, and our life purpose becomes fulfilled. Okay, because we are all part and parcel of Lord. Mamai Vamsho Jiva Lokes, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, Krishna says. Now, Lord is the proprietor. Okay, we already saw this, right? Don't claim your proprietorship. He is the real owner. He is the real owner. Everything he is giving us, right? So, Chintamani Prakara Sadma Shukalpa Vruksha, Lakshavriteshu Surabhi Rabipalayantam, Lakshmi Sahasra Sambrama Sevyamanam. Lakshmi Sahasra, there are thousands of Lakshmis, okay, goddesses of fortune, sitting and offering seva to Krishna in Goloka. Who are all those Lakshmis? Gopis. One is serving the hand, one is serving the leg, one is cooking and feeding him, one is decorating him, right? They are all goddesses of fortune. Fortune means what? Lakshmi, right? So he's that rich. Chintamani Prakara. Every building there is made of gemstones. Okay, gold, diamonds. Okay, And he is what? Sarvaloka Maheshwara. He is the supreme proprietor, controller of all the lokas. Okay, all the planetary systems. That's why in Brahma Samhita, Brahma says, Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha. Krishna is the supreme. Ishvara, he is the controller. Paramaha, supreme controller, is Krishna, none other than Krishna. Okay. Mm. So we have to understand this. And then Dheena Bandhu Jagatpate. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dheena Bandhu Jagatpate. Jagatpate he is. Okay. Jagannath. Puri mein he is called Jagannath, right? He is the controller. He is the maintainer of this entire world, of this entire universe. Everything is his. It belongs to his. Okay. Even in our dreams, we shouldn't think it is mine or it is ours. Okay. So, because all the planets, you know how Vishnu creates planets through his breathing. He inhales and exhales, and planetary systems are created. What are we doing? What are we? We are all just dot in this entire huge planetary systems, and there are multiple such universes. We know only about this universe, that too not fully. We just know about one galaxy we are staying in. Such galaxies are millions in number, and such millions of galaxies are there in one universe of ours, and such universes are millions in number. Millions of Brahmas, again millions of Shivas, right? To maintain each universe. So what are we? We are just a dot, right? So don't claim proprietorship over anything. And bhakti cannot be achieved by deception. Okay, so this is a very interesting thing. Okay, by deception we cannot, leaving Krishna. If you want, so what Ravana did was, Ravana did not want Ram, did not want Lord. He only wanted the goddess of fortune, right? So finally, that's why he wanted only Sita. He did not want Ram, right? That's why he took Sita alone, like kidnapped her. Correct. So when you leave, that means what is he doing? Separating husband and wife, right? Devotee from her lord. Now what happens? If you don't want lord, okay, if you want only money or Lakshmi, you get duplicate Lakshmi. That's what Ravan got. He got duplicate Sita, right? Sita Devi went inside the earth. Why they he came out, and why they he took the form of Sita and went with Ravan. It was not Sita who went, right? That means what? He got duplicate Sita. Same thing with us. If you want, if we want only money, if we want only Lakshmi without Krishna, what happens? We will not get goddess of fortune. We will get goddess of disfortune, Daridra Lakshmi. Okay, Daridra Lakshmi comes and sits inside our house, and she provokes all the bad things. Once she comes, that's all. So that's why we have to purify our money, gold, whatever we have. Some people have lot of gold at home, or they own a lot of property and all that. We got to purify it by offering little bit to it, at least little bit to it, of it to Krishna. Okay, if you have lot of gold, offer it to Krishna. Okay, put those jewels to Krishna also, at least once in a year on Janmashtami. Okay, if you have a lot of money, spend it on Krishna. 10% you can spend. No, we spend a lot of money on lot of junk things, right? But if you spend it on Krishna, what happens? Fruit seller story, Bali Maharaj story, that happens. Miracles happen. Okay, so don't let Daridra Lakshmi stay. Okay, when you worship Krishna, see, always Lakshmi wants to serve Krishna. If you don't want Krishna, then you will be using all that Lakshmi for yourself. No, why will she serve you? She wants to serve Krishna. That's why she becomes Daridra. Okay, but if you worship Krishna, Lakshmi will become Lakshmi. She will run to her husband. She will not stay. Lakshmi can never stay without Krishna. Okay, that's why if you worship Krishna, Lakshmi comes automatically. Wherever Krishna is, Lakshmi comes. Okay, if you worship Krishna, if Lakshmi is automatically there. If you worship only Lakshmi, then you have to be careful. Okay, so because Lakshmi, no wife stays without her husband. This simple logic we all have to understand. Ravan failed to understand this. That's why he got duplicate Lakshmi, Sita, right? And then what happened? Finally, she killed her. She became the cause of Ravana's death, right? That duplicate Sita became the cause of Ravana's death. Same way, Daridra Lakshmi is going to one day engulf us completely. It's going to give us karma bondage, suffering. We will be more and more pushed into Maya. Purify your properties, purify your money. You might earn money in any way. Okay, it could be good, it could be any other way. I don't want to specify anything, okay? But the moment you give a part of that money earned to Krishna in any way, okay, even if you buy agarbatti for Krishna, that is also spending for Krishna only. Your entire earning becomes purified, okay? So that time Lakshmi will be like, yeah, this person is serving Krishna using me, then I will stay, okay? If Krishna stays, Lakshmi also stays, okay? So this is one lesson we all have to take back. Very, very important. And now what is happening? Maya's attractions. Yeah, Maya is very, very strong, right? She creates traps and we will fall into it and we will suffer. That's why Prabhupada says becoming Krishna conscious, conscious means what? Declaring a war against Maya. Everybody or everything around us is Maya, right? It's illusion. Okay. So it's like little bit, okay, fine. You are in Krishna consciousness, say starting stage, whatever stage you are in. If, say your favorite actor's movie is being played, okay, in the hall, you are in a room sitting and reading Bhagavad Gita or chanting, and you will hear in the hall there is a movie being played. What you'll do for a moment, you'll be like, I can read Bhagavad Gita later also, I'll go see the movie once. Okay, so 1 second if you give Maya place, that's all. Yeah, she will take away everything. She is very, very strong. This is to test you. Maya keeps testing. Are you really interested in Krishna? Or you are just taking it for granted, or you are just pretending? She is very, very strong. She never lets people to go to Krishna easily. She sends only purest of the purest people to Krishna. That's why that's her job. Her job is to test. She is a devotee. She is Durga Devi. She is devotee of Krishna, and she's been given that job, and she's doing that job. That's all. Okay, it's our responsibility not to get into the trap of Maya. Okay, it's like camel. Once there was a house in a desert. Okay, there was a man in that house, and it was very cold. In deserts, in the night it will be very cold. Now the camel came and asked the man, little bit, I'm feeling cold, I will just put my mouth inside the inside your window. Then the man was like, okay, only mouth, no, okay, fine. Then the camel was like, I'll put my face is also feeling cold. Then it put its face also inside the window. Then my neck is also feeling cold, so it put its neck also inside the window. Finally, half camel was inside and half man was outside, and finally the entire camel went inside and displaced the man, only pushed the man out of the hut. Maya is like that. If you give little place for Maya, gone. Okay, so and what are we doing by getting into Maya? We are chewing the chewed, right? Punas charvita charvananam. So we are chewing the chewed. That means we are enjoying what we are already enjoying, and we are not even getting that enjoyment. No, because we are not getting the real sense of enjoyment. We are again and again doing the same thing, searching for that real happiness, eternal happiness. You're not finding it. Chewing the chewed, right? Camel chews the thorns. Okay, and then what happens when thorns go in? The tongue bleeds, and it's drinking its own blood. It's feeling it's tasty, and chewing more and more of thorns and drinking more and more of blood. Okay, so this is what is happening with our life also. We are doing the same sins again and again, again and again, again and again, thinking that we will get enjoyment. We are not getting enjoyment. No real eternal happiness. Okay, so thinking that we will get that enjoyment again, we will again do the sins. No point doing that. No point living like that. Okay, then patience, determination, enthusiasm. This refers to Sita Mata. Shabri, sorry. Okay, we are not even qualified to talk about Shabri, right? She waited for so many years, and finally, I'm not even qualified to talk about Shabri. She is somewhere there. We don't even, we cannot even think about Shabri. I mean, Shabri's devotion. We will not even be able to relate to it or understand it. We are nowhere there. We are not even into the scene. Okay, she's that great. Okay, she waited for years and years and years to serve Ram. Okay, day and night she was thinking, she was waiting. See, again, Vipralamba Bhav. Devotions affect acts. You can literally see devotion happening in yourself only in Vipralamba Bhav. Okay, Shabri also was in Vipralamba Bhav, missing Ram. When will my Ram come? When will I be able to serve him? When will I be able to see him? Right? Finally, one fine day when Ram came, she was so enthusiastic. She went, she plucked fruits for him, and she's so devoted that she did not want Ram to taste any sour or bitter fruits. Right? So she ate little bit checked if it is sweet, and then she gave him, right? What does this mean? We cannot imitate Shabri, okay? We cannot give eaten fruits or eaten food to Krishna, because we are not Shabri. We are not to her level. We are not on that platform. We are not even starting off that platform, okay? So her intention was only to please Krishna completely, like completely. She wanted Ram to be completely happy, completely comfortable, okay? Like how a mother wants her newborn baby to be completely comfortable, she wanted that, okay? So that's why she did not think twice in giving him bitten fruits, okay? That she signifies patience, determination, and enthusiasm. Obstacles on the path of bhakti. Obstacles can be overcome again by bhakti only. Obstacles in the path of bhakti can be overcome by bhakti only. Okay, that's why this picture is a nice metaphor for that. Okay, Hanuman is able to overcome the obstacle, right? Who is Hanuman? A bhakta. Bhakta is having obstacles, and he is able to overcome the obstacle again by his bhakti itself. Okay, that is by surrenderance. Okay, he was completely surrendered to the Lord. He was completely offering service in dasya bhav. Whatever the Lord wants, he did it, right? So how, there is an instance, okay? They wanted to build Ramasetu, right? And they used stones to build Ramasetu, right? And when they initially took the stone and put it on water, it floated. Sorry, it sunk. And then later on, they started floating. How? Anybody knows? Initially, when they put, they all sunk, and then only after some time they started floating. When they put newer stones, they started floating. How? Haribol, yeah, devotion. One answer. It was because they prayed to God and put it inside water. No, no, no. See, yeah, they did pray to God and put it inside water. It was because of devotion, yes. But the main answer is they wrote the name of the Lord on each stone. Each stone they took, they wrote Ram, Ram, Sri Ram on it. Yes, Haribol. Okay. They wrote Ram, Ram, Ram on each of the stone, and then they put it on water. Then they all floated. Okay. So just like that, that is the power of Harinam. Any obstacle can be overcome through surrenderance, through belief, through faith, through devotion. Okay. So bhakti is the answer for all the obstacles coming in the way of bhakti. As simple as that. Okay. So magical, no? So wonderful all this is. And so because of the power of Harinam, because of the power, it was not really in the writings that they had on the stone. It was because of the faith they had in their mind. With faith, in their mind, I mean, their mindset was, if I write Lord's name, it will float. That belief made the stone, float. Okay. So we have to have strong belief in Harinam. We have to have strong belief in Krishna at any situation. Big or small, we can swim the ocean of samsara by chanting the Lord's, name only. We already saw this magic, right? And same thing, squirrel. Squirrel also wanted to serve at its own capacity, at smallest capacity. A pebble. They were all putting stones, big stones, and squirrel took small pebbles and started putting it in the ocean, right? And Ram accepted it. Okay, big or small, what service you do, Krishna will not see. The intention behind the service you do, that is what he sees. Okay. Squirrel had the strongest intense desire to serve. Its only desire was to make Ram happy, comfortable, right? So that is what the Lord saw. Okay. And he accepts. Neha vikramanashosti pratyavayano vadyate salpamatyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Swalpamapyasya. You can do little bhakti. Okay, and that is going to be freeing you from biggest of the danger. Pride or attachment leads to loss of intelligence. Ravana had 10 heads. None of the none of the heads had proper brain or intelligence, right? So he was eaten by his own delusion, right? He was proud of himself. He was attached to material things. He wanted Lakshmi without Vishnu. All that is not going to work. Okay. So all our mindsets are also in the same way, na? Same platform. Kritagnyana, our knowledge is distorted, tinged by material desires, material enjoyment. Maya apahritagnyana, we say, right? Maya has taken away our knowledge and gone, stolen our knowledge and gone. Okay, where is our mind? In Maya. We want to buy a nice dress, we want to go there, party, this, that. This is called ignorance, forgetting the real light and turning away from light and going in the darkness. We know and we don't even know it is darkness. That is the worst part, right? Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya parhita chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhavna vidhiyate. Correct? Bhogaishwarya, bhoga, material enjoyment. Aishwarya is money, opulence. Okay, when our focus is on bhoga and aishwarya, what happens? Our mind gets distorted. It goes samadhav na vidyate, vyavasayatmika buddhi samadhav na vidyate. We will not have determination, steadfast determination to serve the Lord. And the worst part, like I already told, we are in darkness, we don't even know we are in darkness. That is the worst part. Now when sun comes and when the darkness is gone, then we will know where there was something different. Now there is completely light. Correct? The same state we are in. Okay, so Krishna is the one who comes and gives us the light of knowledge. Okay, yeah, hearing about the Lord, revival of dormant love. Like I already told, our bhakti is in the seed stage. The love for Krishna is in its dormancy. Okay, it has to germinate. For that, what we should do? We should do the gardening process properly. Water it properly. Okay, we need to give it proper sunshine and water and fertilizers and all that. What are all those? Water is chanting. Every day we need to chant. Okay, sunshine is shravanam. Okay, and fertilizers is kirtanam. Okay, so we need to do these three processes properly. Kirtanam is reading Bhagavad Gita and telling it to others, singing bhajans of the Lord. Okay, chanting is purely completely watering the, even if there is no sunshine and fertilizers, maybe the seed germinates. Without water it cannot, right? So chanting is very, very important. And then shravanam, keep hearing about the Lord. Bhagavatam is such a treasure we have. Okay, and Rama name, meaning of the word Ram is all pleasure. Okay, he gives us complete pleasure. Sacrifice even of family to surrender to Lord Ram, right? Vibhishana did that. Correct. There is a line in Bhaja Govindam, Shankaracharya, Sripada Shankaracharya, he is a Mayavadi philosopher. He realized it. What did he say? Yavad vito parjana shaktaha. It's a very nice line. Yavad vito parjana shaktaha stavan nija parivaro raktaha. Pasha जीवति जर्जर गे vartam ko pina prayati. That means when the family members are fit, they are giving nice money to the family, supporting the family in any way. That time, all the family members will take care of that person. Once he falls sick or he becomes old, he will be thrown out of the house. Nobody will be interested in taking care, right? Because there is no benefit from that person. Same way, this is our life. Okay, that is the family life. Why are we behind such family life? Even if we are leaving family, it's okay. For Krishna we can do anything. Okay, Vibhishana left his own family to support the right, to support dharma, right? To support the Lord, to serve the Lord. Dharma means serving the Lord. Remember this. The word dharma means serving the Lord. Okay, for dharma, to serve the Lord, we can do anything. Make sure, always make sure we have to serve the Lord. Even if we have to leave family for that, it's okay. We have to serve the Lord, right? Prahlad rejected his dad, Hiranyakashipu, right? Bali Maharaj rejected his guru, Shukracharya, to serve the Lord, correct? So there's nothing wrong. And welcoming the Lord in hearts with our lamps is very beautiful. So, like I already told, there is a lot of delusion, ignorance in our mind, in our hearts, right? So, Krishna is what? Jnana Deepena Bhashvata. Krishna destroys this ignorance, darkness with the light of knowledge. We have to give him the opportunity. He is there in our heart, sitting. Sarvasya Chaham Hridhi Sannivishto. He is sitting in our heart in the form of Paramatma. But are we looking at him? Are we turning towards him? No. Look internally. Introspect yourself. Okay? Wake yourself up. So much of external bondage, it's not going to take us anywhere. Okay? So Atma Rama, no, he is Atma Rama. The happiness is in our heart, is from the super soul, is from the soul. Okay, that is going to be real happiness. Because we don't know how real happiness tastes or looks, we've not experienced it. That is why we are thinking the material happiness is only real. But are we really getting satisfaction out of that material happiness? No. Every enjoyment is coming with responsibility, right? So we have nice comfortable motor system today. We can travel everywhere, anywhere with our vehicles and all. But what is it causing? Pollution. There is a hole in the ozone layer. Can you imagine? That's a responsibility. We are enjoying traveling, but responsibility is we've created a hole in the ozone layer. Tomorrow if something happens, if the ozone layer stops functioning, all the UV rays will fall on us and we will get skin cancer, right? We have a responsibility. So there is no enjoyment only. Where is the enjoyment? Cessation of suffering, we are calling that enjoyment. Absence of suffering is enjoyment. Enjoyment does not even have a real entity or independent identity in this material world, right? So it is only there in spiritual world. We are all spiritual beings with human experience. We are not human beings with spiritual experience. Okay, we are all once upon a time eternally there with Krishna. It was because of our arrogance that we came back here. Now it's time to again learn our lesson and go back. Okay, with this we will stop here. Last bit. I worship go. This is from Brahma Samhita. Okay. Ramadimurtishu kala niyamena tishta nanavataramakarodbhavaneshu kintu Krishna swayam sambhavat paramba pumyo govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Okay, so here it clearly says that Krishna is the one. Na nanavataram akarod bhuvaneshu. Bhuvaneshu kintu means it's from Krishna swayam samabhavat paramaha puman. Yo. Krishna, from Krishna, all these avatars are coming. Rama, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana. Okay. They are all portions of Krishna. That's why next avatar, it's not after Rama avatar, people are thinking it is Krishna avatar, right? It's not Krishna avatar. It is going to be Balram avatar. Okay, Krishna is not an avatar. He is an avatari himself. Okay, that's why this verse is very significant here. Okay, all Narasimha, Vamana, Rama, everything is emanating. They are all portions. They are all portions, plenary portions of Krishna. Krishna is the avatari. These are all avatars coming out from him. Okay, Krishna, that's why we consider Krishna to be the supreme personality of Godhead. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Any questions? Prabhuji, what is your question? So big question. You mentioned Jagannath in Puri just now. During Radha Yatra, why Subhadra, Balram, Jagannath is taken around during the Yatra? Why Subhadra and Balram? Why not Radha? What is the significance of Subhadra and Balram? Okay. For this, I have to explain to you how Jagannath came to Puri. Okay. If you all have time, you can stay back. It's a very interesting story. So what happened? Why Subhadra? The question is why Subhadra and Balram are taken with him in Ratha Yatra? Why not Radha, right? So in Puri, we have, in Puri temple, if you go, it is Jagannath in the middle. Here it is Balram, here it is Subhadra. Okay, three deities. They are called three siblings. Okay, that's why in Puri, if you go, we worship siblings, the three siblings. Okay, now how this happened? So we all know from Vrindavan, Krishna and Balram went to Mathura to kill Kamsa. They killed Kamsa. Then they built a very nice kingdom in Dwaraka and they all lived there. Correct? And then Krishna got married to 16,108 princesses, queens, and they all lived settled in Dwaraka. Correct? Now the story is in Dwaraka. Okay? Rohini Mata. Rohini is Balram's mother. Okay? Once what happened, Krishna, even though he had 16,108 wives, he was missing Vrindavan. He was missing all the gopis, Radha, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Mata, every day in the night he would get up in the night, middle of the night, he would get up and sit, missing them. Okay, he would not get sleep and all that. Okay, and then all the wives would be like, they would console him and put him to sleep. Okay, so this used to happen most often. And once what happened, Krishna was not around, so all the queens went to Rohini Mata and asked them, because Rohini Mata was also in Vrindavan for some time, they all went and asked him what actually is there in Vrindavan. Why is Krishna so attracted to Vrindavan Vasis? We are here, 16,108 wives are here, but he's still attracted to them. He's not getting complete happiness from us. Why? Okay. Then Rohini Mata started telling the Leelas in Vrindavan, how they used to worship Krishna. No, nobody knew Krishna was God only in Vrindavan, right? They would do is Krishna. Hey, my friend Krishna, my son Krishna, my daughter, my brother Krishna, right? This is the way they used to worship Krishna, with relationship, not saying, okay, Krishna is God. No, so that gave him more happiness. Krishna wants natural love, not because he is God, we are worshipping. That kind of love he doesn't want. He wants natural inclination. Okay, so they all worshipped Krishna like this. They all loved Krishna like that, like a small boy. He's so cute, that's why I like him. That was the kind of natural inclination they had. Okay, so this impressed Krishna a lot. When Krishna and Balram left Vrindavan, they constantly missed Vrindavan, because nobody ever in Mathura and Dwaraka gave them that kind of natural love. Okay, that is called natural devotion. Okay, that's why he used to miss Vrindavan all the time. But Rohini Mata wanted to explain all this, so she told, wait, if Krishna comes, he's going to start crying only. He will miss Vrindavan and he will run to Vrindavan. Let him not hear. So Rohini Mata went and called Subhadra. Subhadra, you stand near the door and listen. Make sure Krishna doesn't come. You guard, okay? So Subhadra was standing. The door is here. She was holding both the ends of the door, and she was guarding, okay? And then from behind, Balram came, okay, one side, and Krishna also came. Rohini Mata was explaining the Leelas. Unfortunately, Subhadra was also so, engrossed in the Leela, she did not guard only. She did not even get to know Balram and Krishna are coming. They came, they also heard. Krishna again went to that ecstasy stage. That Vipralamba Bhav, no, missing Vrindavan. So what happened in that ecstasy stage? His eyes became enlarged. Okay, he was like this, because he was missing them. And his hands in that ecstasy stage, what happens, even if we undergo that extreme ascharya, we say, okay, astonishment, our hands and legs go inside the body, as in not completely inside, they shrink. Okay, eyes become big. He started smiling, and hands and legs went inside, okay, in Jagannath deity. Okay, now imagine the picture. Subhadra and Balram is also undergoing the same thing. Okay, so this is the picture we have in Puri. This is the same thing we have in Puri. The picture as in the arrangement. Okay, we have Subhadra in the middle, Balram here and Krishna here. Okay, so they are also in ecstatic stage. Okay, all three of them. There is no Radha, there is no Vrindavan Vasis. Okay, we worship the siblings there. Okay, and now in Ratha Yatra, Krishna wants to meet Vrindavan Vasis. Okay, there is another story for this. Okay, once in the same state, once what happened, all Radha, gopis and all were going somewhere. On the way, they saw Krishna. Again, when Krishna saw them, he went into the same form, eyes big, hands and legs went inside. Okay, same Jagannath form he went into. And then the moment Krishna just stood there like that. Okay, Radha and all the gopis were like, so cute, Krishna is looking in this form. Why can't we just take him to Vrindavan? So they put him into a cart and they started pulling the cart towards Vrindavan. Okay, then in the middle, obviously he cannot go to Vrindavan. He has responsibilities in Dwarka, right? He had to come back. Okay, so that is the reason in Puri we don't have Radha Krishna. We don't worship Radha Krishna in Puri. We worship Krishna, Balram, Subhadra, because of that ecstatic form they have. And now in Ratha Yatra, that is the reason his associates are Balram and Subhadra only. That is the reason in Ratha also both of them only come. Okay, did that answer, Prabhuji? Um, Sadhguru Prabhuji, did that answer? Okay. Any other questions anybody has? Hare Krishna. Any questions? If no questions, we can end. Okay. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्णा